What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, legendary Hall of Fame, former world champion, multi-division, world champion, superstar Mexican boxer Oscar, the Golden Boy De La Hoya, turned promoter of Golden Boy Promotions, seems to be on the verge of losing another superstar boxer. Oscar De La Hoya lost nearly his entire stable when he chose not to go in the same direction as Al Heyman and do partnership and business with them. And he lost nearly his entire stable. He was left with, he has three stars or superstars on his in his stable. One is undoubtedly a superstar, megastar, and 4-division Mexican superstar, world boxer, world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez. And he has two blue chip prospects in Virgil Ortiz, undefeated, 15-0, 15 knockout, welterweight, seemed to be on the verge of superstardom. And he has upcoming, rising, lightweight, undefeated, Mexican superstar boxer, KINGRY, Ryan Garcia. But it's on the verge, it's on the cusp of not having Ryan Garcia, as Ryan Garcia is asking Oscar De La Hoya to release him. He says, and if he don't release me, we don't have to talk. But guess what? We could ultimately do business, and he could pay me whatever he wants. But when the contract runs out, I'm out of here, and I will advise any young, upcoming superstar boxers to sign with Golden Boy Promotions. So Ryan Garcia essentially is saying he'll make it his business to let any blue chip prospect coming up behind him know not to sign with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. He said he could pay me bull crap money, and we don't have to speak. He could just, arrange the fights, and I'll fight until my contract is up. Or he could release me. I dare him. If he don't believe in my talents, I dare him to release me and see what I could do. Well, Oscar De La Hoya has had a lot of problems when it came to Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now Oscar De La Hoya is having problems with what's being looked at as a near can't-miss blue chip prospect in Ryan Garcia. Another version of himself. Most people have him pegged as being the next Oscar De La Hoya. And yet Oscar De La Hoya seems to be blowing that. Canelo Alvarez's biggest fight, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't there. Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather, because of Oscar De La Hoya's indulgence and activities outside of the sport of boxing. So it saw him absent from the biggest fight in Canelo Alvarez's career against Floyd Mayweather. Now he seemed to be dropping the ball when it comes to Ryan Garcia. Now, Ryan Garcia just recently, they had a rocky relationship already. Then it seemed like they patched it up. Ryan Garcia signed a contract, a big contract with Oscar De La Hoya. And it seems like now there's more trouble in paradise. Maybe there's Oscar De La Hoya seems secure with the fact that he has Ryan Garcia under contract now. But one thing is, I have to point out is Ryan Garcia is not happy about the money he's making. He pointed out the fact that Shakur Stevenson made big money in his fight with Top Rank. But Top Rank is a legendary promotional company. Bob Arum is a legendary and iconic promoter. Think what you want, however he's perceived. Bob Arum is a legend in the sport. He knows how to get his fighters money if he so chooses. He understands what Shakur Stevenson represents, and he's going to pay him. And that's what he did. Now, Bob Arum may fall short in other areas as far as getting them the biggest fights that they feel they deserve and things of that nature, as he dropped the ball himself with Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, and Oscar De La Hoya, ironically. But the thing about it is, by the time they parted ways, they were already superstars with Bob Arum. Bob Arum has a great matchmaking team. So Ryan Garcia wanted big money for his fight. And Oscar De La Hoya is citing there's no big money. So he was going to pay Ryan Garcia what he had available. At least that's what he told the boxing world was available to pay Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia felt like it was ultimately it was a slap in the face, and he wasn't willing to accept it, so he pulled out the fight. Oscar De La Hoya, went to social media and stated that how you going to pull out a fight after you, put your word down and your contract and you put your signature down, and then you pulling out the fights. You asking for big money and there's no big money due to the pandemic and quarantine and social distancing. There's no live gates, there's no live fans, no live audience. So there's no live revenue being brought in, and obviously it's not pay-per-view. See, they paid Shakur Stevenson about $250,000 with no fans. That's Bob Arum finding money. And so Ryan Garcia doesn't see himself anything less than Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, and Gervonta Tank Davis, these guys. So Ryan Garcia expects and wants to be treated how they're treated. But you with a different promotional company, so it's different. And so with that said, Oscar De La Hoya took to social media and pretty much ripped Ryan Garcia. Then Ryan Garcia responded and said, "You do know you're my promoter and you're not supposed to be a hater." Wow. So I can't see this relationship lasting much longer. They'll patch this up, but eventually, in the future, Ryan Garcia will part ways from Oscar De La Hoya, and I believe he'll part ways before he even lands a big fight, or he may part ways right after he gets one big fight with Oscar De La Hoya, especially if he's successful in that big fight, because he will feel like he no longer needs Oscar De La Hoya. So now Ryan Garcia is telling Oscar De La Hoya, "If you don't believe in my talents, I do. I dare you to release me. Let me go. Let me test the waters." See, there was other boxers too that chimed in on this and stated, "Man, you could come over here to PBC and Al Heyman, you're going to get big fights and you're going to get paid. You're going to get the money you want." Now, maybe Ryan Garcia could be moonlighting. Maybe Ryan Garcia is looking at it, listen, maybe the grass is greener on the other side, right? And he's looking for a way out. Is Oscar De La Hoya willing to part ways with Ryan Garcia with a ceiling as high as Ryan Garcia's? Does he have the guts to do so? Because that would be a huge loss for him and his promotional company should Ryan Garcia blossom into the next Oscar De La Hoya. Because Canelo Alvarez doesn't have many years left. Now, he's still in his prime. He may have 5 good years. But Ryan Garcia is 21 years old. You talking about 12 to 15 great years with Ryan Garcia. That's a huge difference. And are you willing to let that go? Can you part ways with him? Because the more you keep him and you keep him unhappy, the more he's going to want to get out. So can Oscar De La Hoya keep Ryan Garcia happy? Can he find a way to do so? Or is he going to allow him to slip through the cracks? Oscar De La Hoya need to focus because his promotional company is on the verge of going down the drain. Canelo Alvarez seemed to be on the verge of parting ways with Oscar De La Hoya at one point in time as well. Canelo Alvarez didn't even talk to Oscar De La Hoya throughout the whole buildup and promotion for the Sergey Kovalev fight. Imagine if Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia part ways with Golden Boy. It's over. Virgil Ortiz wouldn't be far behind, and that company will go under. Point blank and period. So Ryan Garcia is telling Oscar De La Hoya, "Let me go," right? And then on the flip side of that, he's saying, "You can keep me unhappy, but guess what? I'm going to cause waves for the future. Any blue chip prospects coming up behind me, looking at, and thinking about signing with Golden Boy Promotions, I'm going to let them know just how bad it is over here." And a flip side of that, another thing about that is Ryan Garcia has a very, very close-knit relationship with Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo Alvarez may just think, I'm out of here as well. Let me go. That speaks volumes. That Oscar De La Hoya's always his biggest prospects, always his biggest fighters in the stable have issues with him. We got to see how this plays out. I'm eager to see how this plays out because Ryan Garcia becoming a free agent, woof, he can make some major waves if he signed with the PBC. Woo, could you imagine? Can you imagine the fights he will be able to land? Abner Mares' fight will be that much easier to make. Oh, there's all types of fights that will present itself should Ryan Garcia sign with the PBC, and Oscar De La Hoya knows this. How much would it cost to buy Ryan Garcia out at this point in time? If you're Al Heyman, even if you Bob Arum in Top Rank, right? So let's see how this all plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.